No, I'm not on my phone. So.
Ooh.
No, your mic sounds off.
Is that better?
Much better.
Yeah, I just had internet hiccup, everyone. I'm not happy about that. So, I was trying to tell everyone to stop for a second because I saw where I had gone red on this and all that.
Yeah, we just changed the subject.
So, with that said, alright, that's looking good again. I'm just making sure on everything right off the bat. Okay. So, the question was posed for, last I know, was Grom was trying to see if Luna will allow Titania a simple kiss.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we are.
Yeah, so what? So from there, what was said? Because I was having the internet problem happen at that point.
Luna? Oh, that's right. She had to go turn off the oven.
Oh, okay.
But so as she was right before you had the internet problem, she says, "First of all, I was assaulted." So I'm thinking the answer is going to be a no on that. Just get a feeling.
I have a counter. So.
Okay. We'll find out when Luna gets back. Everyone, remember, I am streaming for St. Jude's this month for the charity. So, donations would be cool to have for them if you can. Just a reminder. And also remember to check out Beacon 37 for Dark Soul content that can be quite interesting. and
entertaining.
And entertaining as well. And Sin of Anubis. Definitely if you want some good Guild Wars 2 lore.
Check out Sin first. I'm trying really, really hard not to do Rune Sentinels right now.
Oh, no need for such modesty.
Yeah. And again, thanks for all the bits from Beacon over the week. He's always been a pro about that. And Chris for that tier 2 sub that he did. And also gifting that sub to our Silver Flight, aka Luna, tonight as well.
So Bastille and Wolfie, Helen, how are your mornings going?
Yeah, how's your
ignoring the two?
Ignoring what's going on in this other room while you two are just kind of doing your own thing. So, yeah, that's a good idea. What are you two doing exactly over in the other room?
Helen would be reading the grimoire. Her mother's grimoire.
Okay. As I say, you're not gleaning any more info from it, so it's just a comforting thing.
Comforting thing. Thinking about reading the Forbidden Book. She keeps glancing at the Forbidden Book like, kind of want to, but I don't know.
Do I risk it?
Yeah, do I risk it for the biscuit? Is Helen risking it for the biscuit? Is kind of what she's going on in her head.
Right now, in the state of mind you are in now, it actually is not that. It's like, I want to, but it's really not needed. It's the way you feel now.
I'm
Okay.
surprised Bastille is not itching to try out his shiny.
No, I mainly with me, I it's gonna sound dark, but I like to test it out on targets like incubi and burn
Live
them.
targets.
Yeah, he wants to actually test it on the right stuff to test it on
Yes.
most of the time.
Yes, I'm chaotic in the sense of I want things dead, but I want the bad things dead. Let's see.
Yeah.
But what I'll do, go ahead and roll. Let's see, another intelligence roll. I will be reading Dwarvish until Grom comes over. You could always make it shorter since
You have
Grom
a
did say
Dwarvish
that.
book to read, or
Yes, because I gave Silverflight, not Silverflight, but Luna. You get the point. I gave Luna the giant book.
Okay.
You might not see it in my records because I literally fight with D&B Beyond tooth and nail, and it gets annoying at some point. So
Okay.
but no, just keep it that Luna did that because I was a little peace offering with her. Be like, well, you're part of this group, and we value you. If you want to leave, then you have the book. Congratulations. So, anyways,
Okay.
here's for Dwarvish.
Okay. Definitely a great roll there. Probably not gonna be able to get to the giant, as you're definitely learning a lot of Dwarvish. How much did you already have a smattering of? What's in your notes on that?
Well, I know
So,
he pretty much mastered the alphabet, so he should be able to read it with no problem.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. So you definitely knew the alphabet. Had a good. Okay. So you're definitely through this, doing this. You've gotten to where you could be able to do some conversation with it. Actually, very good conversation. Not
No,
fluent. You're not fluent. Okay, you're not a fluent speaking in Dwarvish.
Now, I'm only mentioning bringing this up because Amethyst should know, and then two, because I don't know what it's more is going to take because well, I don't DM a lot. I did say that I did talk to Amethyst about another song. If she could like come up with a verb song, would that push me over necessarily, or would it still be at the same point? I'll
I
let you
was
guys
actually
call.
taking that in consideration.
Okay.
We should be able to do like there's probably a saga or a hero's ballad for dwarvish children that she could probably repeat to you.
Yeah, she probably did a couple actually with you the day before and all that as well. That you actually, you're definitely understanding, you knowing, you understand all that. I wouldn't say you're fluent, but you could definitely understand it.
Sounds good.
That sort of thing. You're not fluent, but you definitely you're getting Dwarvish way down better than you were on Giant.
Yeah, no kidding. But Amethyst, this was during our walk, and I had you basically tease that Titania was a heathen in a playful way, and that you were just doing the watch with me and singing. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right.
That sounds in character.
Yeah. Is Luna back yet? No. Okay.
Dragon,
Yes. Go
Oh.
ahead.
I have a quick question out of character. Would Helen have like a like one of her mother's, like if her mother kept a journal, would she have that on her to read as well?
That is one thing you never could find of hers was a journal.
Okay. So my thought process was looking back into her ways of achieve this to see if I could learn anything from that way.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I don't think you would have had any books on that. I'll do some thinking on that and double checking on some notes here.
I just didn't know if that would be something Helen would have to
It's kind
in
of
her past.
with the journey. I don't know if she would have, because some of that is kind of, let's just say, more with
in the moment.
in a moment, but it's more or less verbal pass down on something. So you may be reflecting on that in your mind. It's not per se written down per se, but it's more verbal pass down.
Ah.
So with that, what time is it? Okay, it's nowhere near time for a break. Okay, while this is going on, we're gonna say this is getting close to midday, as it is with all this hilarity that's going on in the other room. But still, you will get another send message while you were learning the Dwarvish.
Hmm.
This is again from Quintek. We see some sort of barrier that Drache doesn't want anything to do with. Obviously, I think it deals with the druid goddess, whatever her name is. So we're definitely at point. Could you at least give us an idea of where the door is or whatever so we can get out of the snow?
Okay. So
mean,
it's a little difficult. I'll do my best to try to tell you because I literally found it by stepping on it. And so I try to give them as accurate as I can. I don't know how much it helps with them. I'm just going to leave it to the power of the dice. So,
Okay, it looks like Luna's back as well. So basically, there. I mean, you're talking about us. Now, there's snow that's about 3 or 4, maybe 5 foot deep out there. So trying to tell them isn't going to kind of work here.
well, I don't know how to tell them. That's the problem. I just.
We're gonna have to send
We
someone.
got teleported here too, so it's like.
No.
You could.
Getting
You-
inside the building is what
They're
you're-
trying to get into where
so
you're
it's the
at.
building layout. Okay, that's a lot better. So with the help of Z, I basically tell them it's gonna take a while because I'm gonna ask questions of Z. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, don't do this here, don't do that there, and just
They're at they're trying to find the trap door that you all went in.
they need to get into the door. Get to the door. Get into the
and
building.
I already said that about the trapdoor, but sure, I go ahead and tell them where it's at.
Okay, you try to tell them where it's at.
So I suppose he's guiding them, is what he means. The whole process of getting them into where we are.
He's
Yes.
trying to do that in a message. Obviously, he's not wanting to go out there.
Yeah, not at all. It's cold.
Yeah, and probably with the response, Helen, you get a send message.
And of course,
Helen, I was asking Bastille how to find, and obviously there's a trap door. There's about 5 foot of snow out here. Finding a trap door in this is going to be like a needle in a haystack. We need someone to at least open it and kind of wave us in.
I reply back saying, "Sure, I'll be out in a few."
Okay.
And then I look at Bastille saying, "I'm going to go let our guests in," and proceed to the trap door.
You should probably do that, Snow Girl.
So with that, Helen is
Are
going.
we gonna go back to Luna?
Yeah, we're going to get back to this now that's going on while Helen is starting to go to where the trap door is. So it's going to take a couple there. So, Luna, you have been posed by the question from Grom about letting Titania have a simple kiss, and something was said about you being assaulted, and then my internet goes kaput. So, let's pick up.
Luna's just extremely unhappy, and she is like being assaulted and not wanting a hug or a kiss is normal for me.
I realize this, but
As
here's my one.
as it brings back bad memories.
Okay.
Here's my one counter to this. If you give Titania her kiss now, she'll probably not try and wrestle you to the ground for another.
For some reason, I doubt that.
As do I, but it's a temporary fix.
I'd rather have to side with the young lady on this.
Like, with how Tanya is behaving, I would have to say I don't believe you. And unfortunately, Titania's already made it for my bow once. I had to mentally talk myself out of shooting her earlier. But
Grom just shrugs and then just sets the both of you down, then starts to head back.
Luna looks at Amethyst just like, help me. And can Gwen have an action here?
I am muted. That's what happened. I was trying to
Welcome
say
back.
I'm muttering.
Oh, were you
breath,
trying to talk?
Trying to be cute.
Okay, so what were you going to try to say until we found out you were muted?
I was just trying to.
Oh, we lost him.
Yep.
What? I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
You cut out though.
You
You
cut
cut
out.
out bad. We didn't hear what you were trying to do.
I was just trying to be. Sorry. Ah!
Wow, what's that word that won't come out of your mouth?
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute. I'm just trying to be cute. I'm sorry. I did not intend it to turn into a wrestling match.
Luna looks at her and is just like, attempting to be cute and attempting to be a nuisance are two different things. Being cute would have been you see me stop you and you sitting back and being like, I'm innocent, I didn't do anything, I swear. But that's not what you did.
Well, to be fair,
Tanya, you rather have to work on your definition of cute.
No, I don't believe Grom when he says that if I allow that little kiss, quote unquote kiss, that you'll leave me alone.
to be fair,
So,
you're the only person I've tried kissing, which is probably why I have no idea how to try and go about it.
Luna just looks at
I'm
Amethyst
sorry.
and says, is this true?
He hasn't tried it on me.
Yeah.
Yet, that is. I'm still new to this, and you're still. And this is happening to me, and Tanya's known all of you for how long?
A year?
What?
6 months?
Well, whatever time that. But Amethyst actually came in late to the group as well, so
Yeah, I just got here. You and I ain't so far apart.
If you want to say real-time translation, be something around 3 months, I believe. Because that's when I was playing the Surge and you were in there, Amethyst. Let's see.
Well, real time as in sessions, yeah, but in time in game.
Well, I wanted to tell you the real time, see if that helped any.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but to kind of give everyone an idea, since the beginning, where we had our first three, Grom, Helen, and Titania, start out, till now, you're looking at about 4.5 months because some of this is extra plano stuff that has happened to them that some of them don't realize on time. But with that said, so Luna's only been with them actually for 3, maybe 4 weeks now because of some things. So, with that said, it just doesn't seem that way, but
Luna's just like, why am I the target of this?
You're the only about. Nah, I know it's not. I can see it's not catching. Because you're the only one that I've actually had the nerve to actually act on the feelings of.
Okay, why do you have the nerve to act on your feelings towards me when I've already stated that I would not hesitate to kill you if you annoyed me too much?
First that comes my out of character. Because of my lack of self-preservation. I don't know.
Luna's just, she like just scratches the bridge of her nose with a claw. Just like, in her mind, she's just like, if I do this, I'm damned. If I don't do this, I'm damned. So, I'm screwed either way.
Well,
yeah, that's the internet. I see this. So,
Pretty much.
what's going to happen? Because we got Helen walking. Let's just say Grom has seen her walking towards it looks like the trapdoor. So, Grom, whatever you wish to do on that.
Luna then gets an idea.
Also, Grom left the voice call for no apparent reason.
Uh,
Yeah, we
oh,
have lost a fuzzy.
we lost
Yeah.
Grom?
Yeah, we lost Grom.
Grom.
Okay, great. So we're losing everyone tonight. Dang it.
Hey, you
Well-
didn't lose me.
Wolfie, as you are passing by this comedy, do you have anything to add, or are you just gonna pass through?
She says passing through and probably just pinches her nose. I think that's what's going to happen.
Helen would actually stop, look at all of you, and say, "Suck it up, Buttercup," and kiss her, and then continue going on her way.
Luna would just look at Helen and just have like this face of, excuse me?
But you
I
just
know
see
why
Helen.
you don't like me, but excuse me?
We don't know about look. It's just like Helen is just right now. She's focusing on getting some people into this place right now too.
I don't think she's going to be drawn into any kind of conversation. I think we're handling this terrifically.
I mean what I say. Just suck it up and do it.
Yeah.
Luna
At this point, Helen is also slightly annoyed of hearing this commotion too. So
Yeah,
she just
she's
wants it to
annoyed
stop.
as she had come up and is passing. She is heading to the trap door. Grom, whatever. I don't know what happened to Fuzzy, so hopefully he can come back. I don't know if he lost internet or what. Has anyone heard?
No.
Cam and I have
Econ?
been talking.
I figured the camera can follow Wolfie as she goes up to let our heroes in until Grom gets back. I
Well,
have to
he
offer
was.
AFK
I was.
for a back
mm,
break.
I don't know what happened, but we'll just well, Grom has already was leaving the room too, so he was probably going to catch on the tail end of Helen, maybe if he wanted to, if not, whatever. So let's get this finished up before we let people in. Unless
Okay,
you
I
want
got
these
AFK.
people. What now?
Oh, I just got an AFK real fast. The
Okay.
coffee ran straight through me.
Okay.
Luna
Understandable.
just looks at Gwen and is like, "Can you sit on Titania?"
Gwen just sits down in place, not knowing what you meant by that one.
Luna points at Titania and then points down to the ground, saying, "Sit on her." Or is Gwen just gonna be a confused baby?
Roll an animal handling check. Let's see what happens. Oh my.
I just
Okie
look up. Please, friend, please don't.
Dragon, I have a quick question. When I get to the trap door, do I have to make a strength check, even though it was open the day beforehand?
Yeah, you'll still have to do a strength check.
All right.
That's why I was wondering if Grom might follow in behind you.
Well, actually, after Helen passed them,
Now,
I was going to actually loosen up my corset a bit so I can shapeshift.
if you need to,
If I need to, yeah.
okay. Actually, Gwen kind of goes and sits down next to Titania. Doesn't actually get up on Titania. Not understanding right now what you mean by that.
I look over at.
Luna just looks at him and is
Can I
like,
pet you? I ask in his tongue.
Luna growls slightly, not knowing
Hey.
what Titania is asking her companion.
Gwen would actually growl right back at you. Titania. It's like Gwen's not sure what Luna is wanting of him, but he doesn't like being this close to you.
Luna just gives a small sigh, walks over, rubs Gwen behind the ear, and just looks at Titania just like, "You're so lucky I have half a mind to not kill you." Luna just kneels down and just sits there, just dreading what's gonna happen next.
The tongue just turns into this kind of.
What does Titania do exactly?
Turns into a dog using.
Okay, so wild shape. All of a sudden, Titania turns into a dog. Of course, it's going to have her hair color for the fur a bit. So, what kind of dog exactly? Let's get a better idea. I mean,
About a collie or something.
okay. So you see this collie-like dog just shapeshift in front of you there. Hair
Luna
color of
gives a small
Titania.
sigh.
And then she just scurries off, tail between her legs.
Oh. Okay. Alright, I'm doing this real
Luna just
quick.
gives a small sigh and is like, "Well, I guess that scared her enough." And she just starts scratching Gwen behind the ears, just like, "Good." I'm so proud of you.
Funny, Sammy, because it's not fair at all. So, but
Okay.
But after a moment, Luna just looks over and is like, Titania, come here.
she just stays where she is.
Titania, don't make me have Gwen grab you and bring you to me.
Tanya just stays in her corner.
Luna goes over and makes sure Titania is cornered. And then sits down and points at her cheek.
What?
Luna then just like puts the palm of her hand against her forehead. She's like, "Are you really that thick?"
Out of curiosity, out of character, can Titania speak when she is
Yes.
in the form of a beast? All right.
Yeah, she has
Yeah,
a
I have
ring
a
that
ring for
allows
that.
her.
Yeah, I'm having trouble trying to tell if you're just if you're just prompting her or if your character is actually speaking.
Yeah, you see this dog talking. I mean,
Welcome back, Fuzz.
We have a fuzzy.
Luna's like, "I'm giving you the opportunity to give me a kiss and just do it before I change my mind, because I will change my mind."
So Titania turns back into her human self and just looking at Luna real quick and gives her a quick kiss before turning back into a dog and sitting back in the corner.
Luna just deciding she's just going to be resigned, pats Titania on the head and scratches behind the ear just to be nice. Quote unquote, nice. Until the next time.
okay.
And I think everybody starts hearing a yeah.
Okay. Fuzzy's back. When you were leaving, Helen was kind of walking by, kind of said something, and walked on. To the effect
Do you
that
want me to say it again?
basically it was like, go ahead and kiss her. It's gone. And just get it over with. And just walked on. She was heading towards the trap door. What's Grom going to do
Losing
here?
her.
And she was loosening her corset a bit.
Grom looks at Helen and asks, "What's going on?"
Grom would not know.
Helen would look at Grom. We'll actually call over her shoulder to Grom. Our reinforcements have arrived. Laying them in.
Grom would just get a bit of a grin on his face and then just go to watch until she needs help.
There's a reason why I'm loosening up my corset, dude.
Yeah.
Still, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, either way. So, going up the
Because
stairs.
You
Yeah.
complained about your strength before, so.
Luna's just... I'm just gonna say this. Luna is internally struggling with herself now because it's like she has like the chance at like a sort of friendship that would be nice, but at the same time doesn't know if it would be beneficial because of how irritating the person is.
Okay.
So she's just like, how do I freaking do this?
What do?
Yeah, maybe talking to the others to figure out how they deal with her would be the. So, anyway, we're going with Helen and Grom. Helen gets up to that door. I need Helen to make a strength check. Now, are you going to go ahead and just transform, or are you going to go ahead and try it first without transforming?
No, I'm going to transform.
Damn it.
Okay. So, as she's getting up there, you just see her all of a sudden. She grows in size, and she goes into full Wolfgarian form. So,
Womp womp. So it's a +5 to my strength now?
yeah.
Correct? Aha!
So, she gets up there and just takes it and just opens that door hard. I mean, Grom, you already had some of the weight off of it. I mean, but there's still snow on it. But she was able to almost, you could have probably flinged it open yourself this time around as well, like that, with your roll from yesterday. And with that, are you going to kind of go on out to signal the others in Wolfgarian form, Helen, or are you going to?
I'm going to change back and single them in my human form because I really don't like the Wolfgarian form.
So as the door is fully open, you see her go back into her half form.
Tying up her corset, walking out in the snow, just being like,
Okay.
where are you? Just kind of sitting out wide in the open. Hopefully
As you go up, and
purple mark.
it's like this. This snow is kind of deep. It is. It's a 4 to 5 foot deep. So yeah, it's up to like almost your chest, I believe, on you.
Ella would just be looking around like, this is so playful.
Grom, do you follow her up, or are you just going to?
I would head back down to meet up with Bastille.
Okay. With that, as you look out, Helen, and look, I mean, this is like ball to you. I mean, you're used to this kind of cold. You see Drache easily. I mean, he kind of sticks out in the snow.
Yeah.
Along with about 20 paladins, it looks like. Not all the same god or goddess. And I mean, they're on mounts, so they're able, and you can kind of throw your arm up, and Drache would automatically like, oh, over there. You see them start coming, and you notice there's some Wolfgarians with them as well. Some you recognize, some you don't, as well. And as I get to the door, Drache's like, I take it this is the way in, huh?
Yep.
He looks over to one of the paladins. Let me get my names out. Kuratok. Do you have
Leroy?
what now?
I just said Paladin Leroy.
Okay.
What?
He looks over and says, Karatok, could you have a couple of paladins set up some markers so we at least know where the door is, but still make it obscured? And this paladin, you're not sure of his origins. He's mixed blood. I mean, it looks like he's got some elven, maybe some human, maybe some orcish. I mean, he is a... Who knows what... Tri-quad blood, maybe even. I mean, you don't know. So, and he's like, of course, that won't be a problem. And he looks at a couple of paladins. Get us some limb work and all, and we'll get something set up. I'm gonna go on down with them. And you see them getting off the mounts and all. Your father kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna just set up something right here to protect our mounts. Even though I think we could get help. Drache's like, shut up. And he just goes on down. Obviously, he's he still does not have good feelings about a certain goddess.
Couldn't tell.
But as he's starting to go down and such, as you see who's all here, Helen, you see a familiar Wolfgarian from Pack Lily by the name of Lana. Hello again, Helena Peckrose. I'm here with a couple of others to do assessments to see how much the Wolfgarians can help with protection. I take it Grom's here?
Oh, yes, he is. And thank you for coming as well.
So she's kind of falling down, Drache, and then you see probably the tallest Wolfgarian, even though you know him. You've known him for years, in fact. And you find it reassuring that someone like this that is very trusted within the packs would be here. By the name of Joven of Packrose. Joven just walks up. As Joven is like 8 foot tall, one of the tallest Wolfgarians you will find.
Yeah, I'm short. Helen will look up to him and say, "It is good to see you here, old friend."
Indeed, Helen. Indeed. I did not realize how deep you were in this till I heard some of the things from Lana. The Pack Lily. Definitely want to check to hear about all this. Be interesting to hear about this. And then you see this next Wolfgarian kind of coming up that has already sent like people out around like a guard patrol. And he has this look on his face of like disgust at you. And he's like, doesn't even want to give you his name, and he just walks right on by you. That kind of disgust. You see that he does have one of the flower pins, indicating he is from Pack Hibiscus. But he doesn't even give you his name. He just walks right on by you.
It is rude to not introduce yourself to a fellow chiefess.
As he kind of stops. You wouldn't be in our pack. Anyway, I'm a Jonka, a Pack Hibiscus. Turns and just walks on down. He doesn't really want to acknowledge you. And then you hear.
Wow, he'll do really well with the resident of this place.
Oh, trust me. It's going to get fun soon.
Yeah, it is. But then you hear this, what a rude blank. And it's very familiar for you as well, as it's Savanka.
Helen runs over and gives her a kiss.
Yeah, and she's like, what's this about chiefess?
Oh, Helen would just kind of
Surprise!
go and like rubs the back of her neck like, yeah, I totally forgot to mention this part. Whoops.
And some of the paladins just go on by. They're not, I mean, they just kind of nod to you, giving you respect, but obviously this is kind of caught. Your father's finished putting up it's like a dome around all the mounts per se that are going to be without people on it. A few of the paladins are staying up, of course.
Is this a magic dome?
It is definitely a magical dome. Yes, it is a magical type dome that a wizard can definitely set up. Just not as long as what Matlock may do.
Matlock, do good.
Yeah, and hell, as you look out, you can see where your mount and all the others are, and you can see where it's actually like no snow in where they're at. It's like green grass and that sort of thing. Horses have been grazing, type of thing.
They're
Obviously,
just all happy.
yeah, they're kind of happy and such. It's like they've been well provided for with Matlock, so.
So Vinka has been providing for them very well.
So, with that, your father's like, so, I take it this is going to be a cheery time hearing that guy. He's been nothing but a pain as it was anyway. Gave Dache a lot of dislike looks. I don't get them.
You'll learn.
Well,
I'll make sure of that.
okay, daughter. And then he kind of gives a look to Savanka and then goes on down. Yeah, there's one thing. Is there going to be a private place that we can talk quietly and I can do some inspection? They're trying to figure out how far it is using, because I have to admit, your skin seems even smoother.
I'm sure we can find a place.
Okay. With that, she's like, we better move on, and hopefully someone's down at least a base to give us directions as to which way to go, and we're not waiting on you to do it.
Well, then let's make haste then, love.
So, yep. With that, you go ahead and go on down. You're like the last to come down. Grom, are you just going to keep walking and not pay attention about who's coming down the stairs behind you, or?
I figured I probably would have been close to Bastile's room by now.
All right, you didn't stop. You go ahead and turn before they started heading down. Okay, so they're
Yeah,
kind of.
I kind of turned and left after Helen transformed, because it's like he wanted to see where she stood in just her regular form.
And she didn't give you the chance to see that.
No, she just kind of went, nah.
I had a feeling you were going to be like, I want to watch Helen fail. I'm going to get a jolly laugh. Nope! Not like Titania.
Rude.
No, I'm not.
So they're all kind of waiting as Drache is looking. And he's already looking at the southern path like that's one to take as it is. I mean, this is one of the... And you finally, both of you come down, of course, took long enough. You hear that from Bajanka. Drache just kind of gives him a dirty look, and it's like, I'll take it that it's maybe the southern path that we're supposed to take.
Yes, it is.
Alright.
Oh, why don't you just let Bajanka go first and find the tripwires for everyone else?
No, Helen would actually walk past him with a look on her face saying, you better watch it real quick. And lead the group to where we are.
Alright.
Where the other group is.
So with that, she leads y'all through.
Mind that first step.
It's a doozy.
So, following you through, definitely through the nice little puzzle blocks of Falling Death and such. she comes to where you all been kind of sleeping at. Depending on what Luna and Titania does, if they decide to come back to the room after seeing all these people passing by, is up to them. But you get to at least the room where you all really have been bedded down at. Grom, you're there with Bastille. As you see Drache walk in. Gurish is there. She kind of didn't say much, but you see Gurish kind of. But that's not the only thing you see, Grom, as you see Lana coming up to you.
Grum blinks a bit and then gets up, going over to her. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Well, yes, Grom. I'm happy to be here to help assess the situation to see what the Wolfgarians should do to help in this. We also have Joven of Pack Rose here, who was the advisor to the chiefess of Pack Rose, as well to do assessment as long as the Jonka Pack Hibiscus. Which you see when she points him out, you just see a Wolfgarian scowl like not normal looking on a Wolfgarian. And of course, Joven being 8 foot tall, you have to look up at as even though it's almost his head touching the ceiling in some of this area.
Can I do a little quick stupid RP? I'll look at Joven and say, pays to be short sometimes than being tall, isn't it?
Correct.
He just kind of
And she's
chuckles.
just smiling sweetly.
Yeah, he just chuckles. I know, but I am one of the tallest, so I get used to it. He just doesn't faze him really. He's used to that.
Yep. And Helen just cheerfully giggles because she likes to pick on him at his size sometimes. Just because.
How could you pick on a poor wolf like him?
Hey, pick on somebody your own size.
I grew up with the dude. Of course, I'm going to pick on him.
I just couldn't
The big
resist
guy?
making that pun.
I thought you were Pack Rose, not Pack Lilac.
Joven of Pack Rose. He is
Pack
from
Rose.
Pack Rose. But Jonka is a Pack Hibiscus. He's not that tall. He's only about 7.
I was mixing
The grumpy one
the Jonka
is
with,
just in
with
the corner.
grumpy one.
No, the grumpy one is
Okay, Jovan is the good
In the
guy, and
corner.
Bajanka is the bad guy.
if you want to look at
Yes.
it that way, okay.
I haven't had a reason to do a detect evil check yet, but
I don't think you really
They're all
have
good.
to.
He's just. No, you don't have to.
Well,
Because the grumpy one's just grumpy for a certain reason that I know why.
oh, all right. So this is
I'm waiting for him.
this is a thing.
With this
It's
particular
a-
pack, yeah.
It's an issue that is going to be brought up several times. So we're going to try to set him straight.
Definitely with this
I
group.
mean, fucking-
I mean, Drache's been ready to put some daggers in him, but he's resisted the urge.
resisted for now.
Depends on what happens.
Not so much when I'm waiting for Savanka to hear what he says to me, and then she just decks him in the face. I'm truly waiting for that, actually. I mean, like, you be nice now.
Well,
That'll be epic.
with that, also some of the others that showed up. I mean, is a Jakar, the half orc, half dragonborn bodyguard of Savanka is there as well. She's kind of come in with them. Of course, you see Gurish, and Gurish is wondering about you, Grom, a bit with this triangle, because she's seen how Basile's been around you, and now Lana, she's like, long story situation.
Yeah. He would just tell her that in Orcish.
I'm sure it'll be interesting. It's what you hear from Gurish.
That's a good way of putting it.
And with that, Dache's like, alright, where is, I guess, Calgren's stock at? Because, honestly, we need to get some things.
He would be in the orb room.
Alright, who would like to show us a way so we don't set off any traps?
Grom would lead the way.
He looks, I don't think
Unless
we
Basile wants
need,
to.
and he kind of looks, I don't think we need every one of our entourage to go. I think some of the paladins just need to stay here. Kuratok and, god dang it, the other name is, Duraki. Why don't you
it's
two?
Carrot Talk. I thought it was Carrot Top. Sorry. You know, like red haired.
Troll.
I heard Carrot Top as well, to be
Okay,
fair.
good. I'm not alone. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
You have this paladin's name, and then you should have met Duraki back in Tarak at one point.
Grok from Truck?
Sounds familiar.
Yep. They're like the two head knight paladins here of this entourage. There are a few paladins from Vida, Shamrath as well, but a few of them not down there. There's like 16 of them, not including these two. So they're kind of just like, yeah, we'll just stay out, because I mean, there's a lot of them coming through. But basically, the party, depending on who all goes of the party, with our three Wolfgarians that showed up, love interest of Grom, a longtime friend of Helen's, and then Mr. Grumpy, as they're wanting to call him.
He is Mr. Grumpy.
Um,
And he's at be setting straight, too.
okay, well, you all move on down to the orb chamber. Of course, if Grom's leading away, I'm sure you're going to stop before entering.
Yeah. Yeah, I would stop everybody and then knock on the side again. May we come in? The group of paladins and some of our other companions are here to talk with you, if we can come in.
After a moment, of course, come on in. It sounds like his voice gurgling more than usual, but don't know why. But you've been given permission to go on and enter the room.
Okay. Grom looks to the group and gestures to head in as he heads in.
Alright. Gurish is kind of like just going to stop outside, just going to stand, sort of like doing like a standing guard of the group. Quintek and Drache, of course, is following you in, along with Savanka and Helen, probably with them as everyone's moving on in. Did all the party come, or is Titania and Luna not even involved on this, or what?
I'd be helping Grom because of my voice in my head.
Yep, I'm sure you were going down there.
I lost track of where I am and what I'm doing.
You more than likely probably would be with them at this point because I think you kind of.
Well, I would probably be catching up with my fellow paladins of my own
Couple
order.
of them maybe. Paladins of the order. Yeah, you could be just catching up with them. And don't ask me names right at the moment. I can't name 20 paladins right off.
Nah.
Man.
I think I had.
we
I think I
need
had one.
names.
We need to know every single paladin. I think we already mentioned the name of one from Turok, and I think that'll just be my buddy for now.
He's actually going down to see him because he's actually the paladin of Kaltra.
Alright.
So I mean, Vidas. I don't think.
Do I have any Vidas?
Yeah, there are some there, but they're not like the head ones that you've talked to. So, let's.
Yeah, probably more likely to hang out with my my own acquaintance.
Yeah, let's just say you're talking to a couple of the Vidas. I mean, it's not like you would know them. It's just I don't have names for them because they don't have really any lines here. Hopefully, if I have to make up some, I will.
This is
Do we
an
have good
entirely
old
a peas and
paladins?
carrots conversation.
Yeah. So, Titania and Luna, did you decide to follow the group, or are you just kind of staying where you were at?
Do I even know that?
You know they've come through. I mean, that many paladins, considering armor and all, your passive perception.
I went off into a side room.
Yeah, they went by that side room.
Yeah, but you would have heard the armor clinking.
Oh yeah. Just wondering what you.
So.
Are you just gonna sulk by yourself?
Well, no, I'm sulking with. Anyway, no. So then, when the armor by, they'd hear my dog. Not hear. Luna. My God, had to. Luna would see my ears, and then I start walking out to see what.
Okay. Yeah, you would have seen where they gone to your room, and you see that. You see Drache and them. You see that they're going down to see Stock. Would you follow that group on down, or are you going to just kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luna's gonna follow, of course.
Okay.
You know me. I'm no.
Yeah, I figure you'd be nosy enough to go down there. So everyone's kind of gone down there. Take it to Tanya staying in dog form at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone finally gets down there. You see Zoc kind of walk up. Greetings. I am Calgren's Hawk, and I've been trying to protect the Zord from trouble. I understand I'm going to have help in this situation. And you see Drache just kind of go a curt nod. Not per se curt, but like a affirmative nod. He's definitely been dealing with some crowd. And Bajanka, a pack of biscuits, speaks up like, well, we'll determine if the packs of the Wolfgarians will assist, but this orb is of some importance as I understand it.
Amethyst smirks but stays quiet.
Grom just kind of squints his eyes a little bit at him from Hibiscus.
Okay. Lana, in turn, is like, and hopefully will be in favor of it, as she's giving the dirtiest look to this one. And Karatok speaks up. Of course, we have paladins already here to protect Laura, depending on what the Wolfgarians do decide on, but I'm sure they will decide to help in this as well. And he's even got one of these looks like, you're about ready to get it. And this is a lawful paladin we're talking about here. He's about had it with this person, obviously.
Even the paladins are done with this dude.
What's a paladin?
What?
Kidding.
If it wasn't against oaths, I'm sure he might already found a river floating for a while.
Hello? Oh my god, you finally.
There you are.
Yeah, my
Hey.
internet went out.
Oh,
Okay.
Again?
we're doing great here.
Again, it goes
Yeah.
out almost every other hour.
Understood. But with that all being said, we're going to take our break, and we'll be back here in a few and continue on with the role play and finding out what all happens here, and wonder if someone decides to knock someone for a loop here.
Oh, I'm pretty sure many people right now want to knock him for a good loop.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, Helen has a very good few choice words to say to him.
Yeah.
She's going to say it in Wolfgarian, though.
Yeah. Well, with that, be right back,
Only the
everyone.
people that know that word.
All right, everyone, we're coming back for a last look through this. So we are down in the orb room talking with Calgren and Stock, and after hearing Kara talk to him, he of course is like, of course. So, what is needed to know right now of this group? What is your plans? And such. Drache's like, well, the paladins will definitely be wanting to work. We understand there are some sort of spirits here that has only been able to talk to certain aligned people per se. That's in the good alignments. And he would kind of nod. Yes, there are spirits here that guard.
Oh, that's why it's only Beacon.
He's the only good aligned character.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Drache says that, you see him kind of turn his head for a second. And it's like, okay. I wouldn't be the one to talk to. You just hear him say this. Go talk to those two in the armor over there. And you just see him kind of like, I not want to deal with ghosts. Look. And since Amethyst isn't there, actually, due to Titania's and dog form, she wouldn't be able to tell because I don't. No, wait a minute. She does keep those stats.
Yeah, I keep my like sensory stuff.
Yeah,
I keep the sensory stuff. Just don't keep the physical.
yeah. You would kind of notice it's like that. You've seen how Amethyst at times would kind of like detecting. You know she's kind of like detecting on stuff, and you see these two paladins all of a sudden. It's like they are talking to. They started like whispering to someone. It's not like they're having to talk loud. Really, you don't need to talk loud with the spirits. It seems. But still, in your ear, as you're there, it's like a couple of my friends that is gonna be staying here, is talking with them, making sure about everything.
Okay, so I say, the voice in my head says this, and I also explain that the voice chose me because my good alignment, whatever, blah. So
Yeah, Drache is like, he's kind of like giving you the look of better you than me right now.
I don't have time to deal with this.
yeah.
So going back, he's like, and as I understand it, the southern path would be the one that would need the most patrol. And Stock would, as best as his body can, nods. Yes, the other paths are well trapped. I had the southern path, the You'll Lasso, because for me to be able to at least go outside every once in a while. He kind of nods. I think that's where it should be focused more at. So obviously, I take it the physical affliction you have is caused by that, by touch. Nodding. I see. Well, if you have no problems with the paladins, maybe we should just let them handle this, and we'll talk with the others. You're more in private, in another room, hopefully, that we can find. Away from everyone, so we can just have a closer interaction. And Jiraki's like, yeah, we've got this under control. Mr. Zavith, go ahead with your group. I know you have other plans for the last orb. He kind of nods, and they're staying behind, talking with him. As you all start to make your leave, do any of you wish to say anything else to Skok?
Grom would bow to him and say, "Thank you for your time."
He kind of does best as he can on nod. Of course, anytime.
I just kind of pipe up saying thank you for your hospitality, and if you ever need us, just call on us, or if you ever need me, call on me.
Okay, Sid, have a good night. And you're still in dog form when you say this, so he kind of looks. Is that you, Titania?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was feeling a little less than myself a little bit ago.
Okay.
You don't say.
Okay.
Luna just grumbles slightly.
All right.
I'm feeling a little better now. All right.
Amethyst isn't in that room. She's still hanging with with her classmates outside, basically. Since she gets the feeling that Skok doesn't like her, although she thought she was perfectly polite and charming as ever.
Who knows? So, as you all move back out, it's like minus the two paladins there. It's like Drache kind of does a look over. Okay, well, let's try to find another room just to kind of meet in real quick in one of these side rooms. I'll give everyone a few minutes. Let's get your group together, and we'll tell everything we need to disclose to our three Wolfgarian representatives as to what all is going on and what we need help with, and exchange other informations that we need to. I know something needs to be done. As he looks over to Savanka, Savanka is kind of like taking Helen's hand, like, okay, we need to go find that place now.
Yeah, Helen just lets Savanka tug her along.
So you see those two kind of go on. So it's like about maybe 15 minutes or so. We'll meet. I think there was a side room that I saw Titania. He's looking at the dog and Luna come out of when we were coming through. I think that might be the best room. We'll meet in there to discuss everything. So in this 15-minute time period, of course, Lana would kind of go back up to Grom. You already see Bajanka just go ahead and go towards that room, following Drache and Gurish and such. So you see Gurish with her war axe that she's taken back up to using, kind of hefting it, like wanting to use it. So before I go off on the Savanka Helen part, Lana definitely goes up to Grom. So, what all has happened lately, Grom, that I need to know about? I've been really worried.
Grom would apologize for making her worry and then explain what's been happening. Because a lot's happened.
Indeed. I mean, I doubt you could do it in this full time, so you're trying to do as much abbreviated as you can in this situation. What all you decide to share. I'm sure some of you go on probably to that room. I don't know who all would be going. I take it to Tanya and probably Luna would.
What? I'm sorry, I missed something.
The room basically where you two were in with your little kissing hug war deal that we had earlier is where we're gonna have a meeting. Yeah, I figure you two would probably follow on Drache, Gurish, Quintek, and Bajanka. Who a lot of people. Yeah, you're gonna go on with them as Lana's talking to Grom, and Grom's basically trying to tell as much as he can about what all's been happening to her. On some of that, I'm not sure what be done. Amethyst, you would see this happen, and Drache would kind of like, Amethyst, we are going to be having a meeting, and you should be a part of it, as you are part of the group.
Alrighty. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. Let me put this.
It's because my dying over here is.
Okay, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so it means going to happen in about 15 minutes. While this is all going on, Helen Zavanka, you somehow find like a small alleyway room. You have to really move it. You go past the room where the meeting's going to be in to have the privacy. And as such, Savanka is going to have it to where she can really inspect Helen all over. So,
of course.
being part of, due to whatever this magic's doing to her, she's trying to find out any. And with the inspection and all, it could get whatever. But she gets like, okay, it doesn't seem like you're really turning any younger. It's just like you're being refreshed in your skin and all. And such. It's almost like, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just what I can share. It could be just you're not aging now, maybe. I don't know.
We don't really know anything about this magic anyway.
No, Lord, and people that would probably won't tell us, from what I understand.
They like to be cryptic.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't go see them. I don't like cryptic things like this.
I'll be right back.
So, maybe you'll more small talk about it. Of course, Ivanka probably helps Helen with her clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Of course, back on.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a more intimate conversation?
Yeah, probably intimate conversation that we're moving on to. As much as probably could be told by Grom as they finally move on to where the meeting room is. And it looks like Drache has moved up enough stuff for seats for people, though it could be like barrels, old crates, that sort of thing, for everyone to be able to sit down. As y'all are moving in, Joven, of course, is kind of just sitting on the floor as he doesn't feel safe on sitting on any of the stuff.
Helen would just giggle and be like, see? Being small has its perks. Just teasing him and all.
you just see him kind of chuckle as well. It's like, yeah, well,
Back, sorry.
yeah. So everyone's basically has moved in. You either take a seat or sit on the floor if you wish not to try to sit on some of the stuff. However you wish to be seated.
Wherever Luna sits, I'm just sitting there next to her. Still in dog form, tail wagging.
Luna will just take a deep breath and let out a very slow sigh and just pat her on the head, just like, okay, fine. I'll let you sit next to me. Just don't try it.
I don't. Okay, so I'm not. I'm just gonna say I didn't say anything out loud. I'm just saying that Titania's gonna sit next to wherever Luna goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Luna's action, and that's what she's thinking.
Yeah, that's what she's thinking. She just kind of, yeah, in her thoughts. So, all right. I think we're gonna have this orb okay. I'm sure our three Wolfgarian representatives here are going to decide to help on all this, but we need to disclose everything that's been going on. I've already let them know what's happened on our end of things as much as I know, but what all exactly happened with the dragons and such, as well as stuff may be needed to be shared from you since you are first-hand personal experience. And you kind of see Bajanka also and says, yes, we do need to hear about this from first-hand experience about what has happened exactly. With his arms kind of crossed over, you know, just like, let's start hearing this.
To the best of my knowledge, and from what I remember, they're having troubles with other realms other than ours. It seems something's been happening.
Other planes? What does that really have to do with us? I mean,
Not planes, per se. Other realms. Like a different Kaataria altogether.
The dragons are worried.
They believe that Bazarath is trying to take over not only our world, but the other worlds of Kaataria as well.
he kind of has like a smug look, like of like whatever to you, Helen. And says, "Well, our world is the only one that we need to be worrying about. And as far as I'm concerned, I know that we have two orbs in safety. I mean, I'm on agree that the orb needs to be protected, no doubt about it. And my pack is the closest to this, so we will definitely have the area well in hand. So it sounds like we're already ahead of the game here. I don't think it's going to be as much of a problem as you're going to make it out to be."
Grom would look at him and say, so what experience do you have with this situation exactly?
I'm looking at this as a security aspect. And as I understand it, one orb's in the Arcanus' house of Sylvan Zaviths, and it's protected there. The other orb is here which causes a lot of weather havoc, and I agree that it should be staying here, but it's going to be well guarded. And I'm going to make sure that's going to happen. As for the third orb, we know where its location is, just trouble getting to it. So I don't know where we need a help on that. But as for other worlds of Kaataria, I do not see where that is our concern at the moment. And he's kind of short with you on this.
You are aware if there are other Kaatarias, there are other orbs. And probably there's a likelihood that somebody could be trying to bring them together on that side as well. In which case it doesn't really matter if these orbs are secure or not. We're just as vulnerable.
I am no magical expert on this, on these orbs, but are you sure these orbs could even be on the same Kaataria to be able to summon demons in? Do you know if that's possible, Paladin?
Well, if it's possible that there's another Titania, anything's possible.
There is multiple planes. There are multiple people. Of course it's possible. The orbs can be in other planes as well. It makes sense.
He's just giving you like a disgusted look. And you can definitely feel, as the way you two usually sit together, you can definitely feel that Savanka's going for something. And it's not in the nicest of ways.
Also, Helen slowly curls her hands into fists, but also remains calm. But the people that know her can see that she's having her hands into fists.
Mm-hmm. And usually,
And giving. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Grom.
He would just look at him and then hold out one hand. You're from Pacabiscus. Obviously, you have your own weaponry. You craft your own items, correct?
He kind of and it's like, of course.
Where is your pack located? In the north, south, east, west?
We're only a couple of days actually from this place, so
Okay, so south. If you go to a northern tribe, would you think that they'd have similar crafts, despite it being in a different area entirely?
of course some of them don't. In fact, some of them don't have the right purist attitude as I would like to see from some of our other packs. Giving as dirty as
Helen would stand up and say, I am still a Wolfgarian! No matter what my race is. I am still one of your kind. Treat us with respect. Just because you believe in something different doesn't mean the whole world is like that. Put your grudge aside and deal with this fact.
Alright, I gotta do a couple rolls here because of you doing me up like that. Because Savanka is standing up with you and she's got a rapier in her hand right now. Or her special sword.
Of course.
Okay. Okay. He's like, that's the way the Wolfgarian doctrine states, though I don't think it should be that way as he's standing up now. Now, he's about 7 foot. Though at the same point that you have done this, without anyone have noticing this 8 foot tall Wolfgarian has very speedy reflexes and such, and is already like he's not in between Helen and this Wolfgarian, but you might as well say he could be, with his arms crossed looking down on this guy. And at the same time this is happening, Drache has moved fast and has grabbed Savanka's wrist with the rapier.
Grom would step in like in between and just hold up his hands.
Go on. Okay, you're holding up your hands and you gonna say anything, or is that all you're gonna do?
I'm just watching.
Luna's just gonna be quiet.
Alright.
She might pull out one of her swords and just look at it and make sure the blade is sharp.
Alright, it's just nonchalant, just having the sword out, looking at it, just like, okay, this is getting... If Grom doesn't say anything in the situation, because Drache's not, he's just grabbing hold of Savanka's wrist, because he's got a feeling of what she's about to do from an insight check. And the next words would actually not from Joven or anyone, but it's actually from Lana that slowly stands up. Bajanka of Pack Hibiscus, you have your purest ideas down here. And we've always let you have it. It is your right to know that. But as Helen of Pack Rose, who is to be chiefess, if she so chooses after her journey, you'll be having to deal with a half-breed for once on the nest. So you might want to grow up, or you'll be getting more than just a rapier in your side. As she holds up this dagger all of a sudden that no one's ever known she's had, except for maybe Grom on one occasion.
I clap for Lana.
I'm back on this one.
Okay. So does anyone want to make any remarks? Because you can see Bajanka's like trying to choose his next word. Obviously, there's definitely a lot of tension in this room.
Bajanka? Is Bajanka right? I would recommend against saying another word.
Bajanka kind of looks to you, Amethyst. Fine. Just finish up with this meeting so we know what's going on. He just kind of sits back down. Depending on who... Someone tell me high or low. First person that says it, I'm going with.
Hi.
I heard low first. Okay. As he sits back down on this kind of like crate he was sitting on, it just breaks out from under him and he hits the floor.
G fucking G.
Helen just holds a soft smirk on her face and looks like she is trying not to laugh, but looks ready to laugh.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Joven, a pack rose, were like, I think it's best to hear the rest of what needs to be said and not let purist ideas interfere with decisions that should be good for the world or worlds as it would be. And at this point, Quintet would probably be. He's his jolly self. He's got a smile on his face, kind of almost in a laughter from the sideline.
I wonder if he tempered with that now.
No, actually, this is the way Quintet is. He's like, well, I would agree that we do need to hear everything else and how we're going to get this last orb from supposedly this Atreya Black that's now got a city surrounded by demons. You just see Drache close his eyes. Helen, you're close enough you can see this. Like, why? And he kind of lets go of Savanka's wrist, but kind of looks at Helen like, keep her under control for a bit.
Helen would push Savanka back down into the seat that she was sitting on, and then Helen would sit on top of Savanka's lap to make sure she does not move. And look at her like, we still have a talk later on about this whole chiefess thing, so dagger away.
Well, rapier. It is like a rapier sword.
Rapier
Sharp
away.
object away.
Yeah, very sharp object, and she kind of
put the pointy thing away.
Yeah.
Now. And Helen's just staring at her until Savanka does this.
Savanka kind of grudgingly does, but obviously she's wanting to plot murder still, but she's doing this grudgingly.
Helen gives her a quick kiss on the lips. As a way to say thank you.
Anyone that's able to... Bajanka's not going to try to find another seat. He's just kind of just sitting there on the floor. It's like when he sees Helen kiss Savanka, you could just see that he's...
I'm barfing.
Disgusted.
Well, a disgusted look.
Pissed off.
Yeah.
A mix of all of those, you see his nose pinch up and...
And Gurish and Orcish, so the only ones that can speak Orcish here.
The dog turns its head.
You hear Gurish is like, we need to be on topic and not fight amongst ourselves. That's the quickest way to die, the way I look at it.
Agreed.
Grom would nod to Gorish.
Yay. Thank you, Steam, for your expediency.
Darche also kind of nods off over to Gurish. With that said, Quintet definitely laid it out exactly how it is at Helgra. But I want to stay here to cover on making sure everything gets set up on defenses. for this orb. I'd rather not have this place get in trouble. As such, Quintek and Gurish is wanting to make a trip, though. They need something from Helen to make this trip, as Quintek wants to try to get some answers about a couple of things that could be connected with this. He's not sure if it could be, but he wants some answers as well.
Nah. Of course.
With that, it'll be up to all of you to decide how you wish to proceed into a city surrounded by demons.
I vote for stealth and not loud.
Guys,
well.
you're the stealth god.
I don't know about in World of Kaataria. This is Titania we're talking about here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a +1 to stealth in there, whereas on my payday, I have like a +7.
+10.
Okay, we're gonna try.
So, it's like you guys are up as to how do you wish to proceed. And I take it Titania's saying maybe stealth in to get it. I take it in dog form.
Yeah. Stealth is typically better, in my opinion. You know, better not to fight and waste time if we don't have to.
Savanka's like, well, if we could stealth in, that is a better option in my opinion, as I'll probably go along with you for a good bit of it.
Yeah, we have a stealth god. It's just not Titania.
Oh.
I mean, I've caught her too, so I mean, there's still things.
The only issue with that is how are we going to get all of us in? Stealthily.
The pass without
Because
trace.
Yes, but even then, I'm sometimes not even that stealthy.
Yeah,
even with the bonus.
It's worked in the past very well for us. That's my only suggestion. Beginning to feel like a rap god.
Well, we do have information on Helgra and such that we have gotten in some parchment letters from the spy network that was set up by Grom, as she pulls out of somewhere about 3 or 4 parchments. I thought these be important for you all to be able to read, as one of them has detailed information on Atreya Black and the city of Helgra. The other 3 is basically the positionings of how the demons are set up right now. And she kind of looks like she's ready to hand them to Grom, though anyone could reach up and take them of the group.
Grom would reach for them.
Hands them off to you with no problem. You see the seals have been broken, but of course they would be. You would have had a problem because you know it probably was either Savanka or Drache or whoever opening to read them as well for the improv.
Oh, what the hell?
You open like 3 of them, and you see that.
Sorry, just to Check. All of them have the correct seal on it, correct?
Yeah,
Right?
they're the correct cells. Just been they were still open, of course, but they did have the correct cells. No bad cells. As I say, they just been open, and as such, it probably was either Savanka or Drache. You could ask who's open to read them already, as such. But as you look through the first three, you can. It's definitely military language, which you would definitely understand quite easily about troop movement of how the demons are set up around the city, and it sounds like a pretty good way to almost be in a. It's not a siege per se, as much as it's like a line not to cross per se, like a
Barricade.
barricading type of system. That's a good
Now,
word.
are they barricading people out, or barricading
It's like they're trying to keep people
troops inside?
keep people inside. Is the way it seems. To get in is probably going to be very easy. To get out will probably be the hard part in this sense for you to understand. As such, I mean, it's still like they're keeping an eye on who's entering the city as well. So, might have to be careful on that score. Then you have a very detailed. It's not per se a biography on Atreya Black. It's just recent information on Atreya Black as to when this was done, where she actually is staying at there, which happens to be like a not run down, but yet not a very well upkeep your home in the southern sector of the city. And that it seems like she's always got some sort of risen thing up and about always around her place. And it seems to be always multiples. And at some point, it has been seen where it's like she uses a massive great sword as well. Training there. Though she also uses, it seems, some magics has been seen as well.
All right. So, by the looks of these letters, the demons are actually trying to keep Atreya and her minions, or whoever's inside where Atreya is, inside the city itself.
Drache would kind of nod. That's what I'm getting the understanding of as well, Grom. I think getting in won't be a problem. It's to get you all out is going to be the thing with the orb.
That's what I'm reading. The other thing is that there is a description here of Atreya. Like a description of her recent progress, where her current residence is. Apparently, she's also training with a greatsword, and instead of her scythe.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of woman she is, and this is very troublesome. Sounds like she's got a lot of abilities behind her. I don't know how you want to approach this person to get this orb, because... And it is stated that the orb is in her residence, that it's not been moved. And from things, I mean, it's still, she's clothed, you don't really see any of where they could see anything, but from like descriptions, she's still robed, and she still has her side, and she trains with it, but she's also training with the great sword. But it's like she's got a lot of abilities, and of course she's got minions out and around.
I relay that.
So what's the best way to approach this? As it seems like at times you guys do great at talking. Do you want to try to talk to this person, or are you going to just go in with guns blazing, as people would say? And there is a type of thing that's gun, so that's why that phrase can be used. So
I simply say I'm not one blazing. Prefer diplomatic.
We can let Grom and Helen talk. They seem to do the best at that kind of stuff.
Well, you can also chime in.
I do horrible.
My rolls haven't been particularly successful on the diplomatic persuasion front either.
Well, this also
I'll give it a
goes
shot
for...
talking to her.
Sorry?
go ahead, Helen.
I'll give it a shot.
See, the only problem that I can see with that is that, if I'm remembering right, she also wants to fight you.
But it doesn't mean that we can try to doesn't mean that I can't talk to her to see if I can change her mind about fighting me. Or change her mind about her decisions of what she's doing.
Sorry, I should reiterate. I'm not saying you shouldn't go for it, but we also need to be careful.
Gurish speaks up as Alana's also helped to keep her in the know, as well as Quintek, as they both can speak Orcish. And she pipes up someone that is looked at as like an equal, definitely wanting to fight them, might be the right person to send in to talk if you want to do diplomacy. Of course, Gurish has like a sour taste about diplomacy, but Grom would understand where that comes from as a orc.
One equal talking with another. Or at least equals from what we've seen.
Why distaste for diplomacy? I'm confused.
Gurish doesn't like diplomacy because orc tradition.
It's fight.
Orcs tend to talk with their fists more than the Wolfgarians. Wolfgarians will sit down and talk and make peace. Orcs will tend to
Solve it with violence.
Yeah.
Orcs will tend to make pieces, not peace.
Yes. So with that, well, Gurish has a point about equals, even though I think you need to definitely have some plans laid out in case talking doesn't work, but you all have been shocking in some of your aspects and things. I'm sure y'all can come up with something, but you're definitely gonna have to get in to that city. And even though it might seem like you can get in easily, I don't think your party per se, if a demon saw you, they would just let you go by without a fight.
I mean, I'm always up trying to work on.
What was that? You cut out on part of that.
I'm fine with trying to do a stealth, and if it just, I mean, if things go left, we can handle ourselves if the situation calls for it. But I think it's better to not go in guns blazing, announcing where we are. You know what I mean?
Doctor nods to you, Titania. Yes, Titania, but as I state, you might have to try to disguise yourself or disguise how you go in. Because, I mean, it's like you could walk in, but as I say, your party's kind of not liked by the demons if you think about it.
Grom would actually turn to Sylvanka.
Okay.
You're more of the sneaky type of our group. How would you get past a demonic barricade like that with a group?
Well, the first question is if they're using any magical techniques to see if any magical disguises are going through. But due to it seems like there's going to be magicians and all going through, I don't think that's something they're using. So maybe disguising ourselves with it. I would definitely go with a disguise system. Definitely something off from what each of us are. I mean, like for me, you know, I've lately have taken on the half Wolfgarian look myself with Helen. So with that, and but I'm using a magical ring to do it, as she kind of holds up her hand to show you. As for Bastille, I know he has his amulet that he could even change his race and all like that. It's the rest of you we got to worry about.
I just bark.
Okay, well, there, Titania can turn into an animal. But let's make sure she doesn't talk in animal form to draw attention to herself. I kind of heard about that with the talking
Growl.
horse.
Luna just pats Titania on the head.
Even though technically, I don't think they know about Luna as much, so she's definitely kind of a wild card in our favor at the moment.
I see. Yeah, she. So they wouldn't have they would not have had a chance to come across her yet.
With that, with Luna's name being mentioned, though, Jobin's like, Bajanka, I believe you had some information for that young Tabaxian lady.
Luna's ears perk and she looks up. Sword.
Bajanka kind of sighs. It seems like he's taking a deep breath because obviously, due to you're just a Tabaxi, no. It's like he's collecting himself to talk to you in a more non-badness way. I understand.
Being more civil with you.
He's
Yeah.
making the attempt.
he's being more civil with her. I understand you are looking for your siblings that were lost several years ago. This is old information, understand, from about 8 or 9 years ago. But there was a prisoner caravan that had tabaxi children with about the same fur coloring as you would have had from our old reports. But we never did anything about it at the time because of a bandit incursion we were dealing with.
Well, is there anything that is of use that you could tell me?
The only thing I can tell you is that they went west, and it's possible their location was it would be south of Helgra, actually, the city that's being that there was. There is a pack closer by there that might have known more. Pack. Let me look at my notes and actually. Sorry, I'm having to look through this real quick. Pack Latana, which is the pack in that direction, would know more. Maybe. It's a place to start, as that was the direction they would have been going.
Yes, I will head that way as soon as I can.
He kind of nods. To that.
There's like a new look of like desperation in Luna's eyes, like she feels like she has a chance to find them now.
Joven would speak up, yes, and I'm wondering, Helen, have you made it to that pack yet? If not, that is a stopping point and maybe a good jumping point from there to Helgra for you all. Wolfie, did you hear me?
Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
Wolfie, did
I
you
can see
hear
the little
dragon?
circle light up, so you're talking, but I am not hearing. I'm not
Helen?
hearing Chris either.
I'm here. I'm just
Okay.
being really quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It keeps
Sorry, I'm
breaking
putting.
out.
Oh, okay, it's breaking out. Okay. We got you back.
So I didn't really hear you. No, I didn't hear anything that you guys
Okay.
said until recently.
Okay. Well, short version, but Jonka just told Luna about Pac Latanya may have more information about her siblings. And Joven then asked if you have been to that pack yet.
No, I have not.
Possible jumping point to go to Helgra then is to go there. I don't know if Learcanus' house can make it around that area. And Drache would actually say there's a place close to that pack that we can land at, I'm sure.
I got nothing.
So
I have no idea what to do with Amethyst in this case because she's not really considering that she's a paladin, and B, considering that, heavy armor and not very graceful and not very deceptive and generally not good at sneaking into things. She is definitely, unless she's like screaming and brandishing a glowing sword, there's not really much she can do with this particular adventure.
I'm sorry.
So she's just going to let discretion be the better part of valor at the moment. I guess you'll have to find a way to sneak her in somehow. Teleport her, take off her armor and keep her in a pocket. Ooh, put me in a bag of. Have you ever put a human being into a bag of carrying?
Bag
Can
of
it be done? The thing of holding.
You might actually fit into a bag of holding, but
It's
Oh,
a
sure.
possibility
For the hell of it, I'll try it. No
It's a
thanks.
possibility that you might be able to.
I don't know if I'll
Now,
freeze to death or go insane or something, or if it'll be like
that's
being
the
vacuum
big
space.
questions on that one.
you have to keep opening the bag every 20-ish minutes because otherwise it runs out of oxygen.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. Also, was oxygen too.
Yeah, it holds about 20 minutes worth.
Oh, so people have gone over
Have
this
contemplated it, yeah.
territory before.
Yeah, people have, and
Yeah.
usually it does not end good at times. That's the thing.
Plus, if you have a bag of holding it all, then that's immediately no. Because there's even what happens if you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding. Doesn't end
Well, oh
does
gosh,
not
yes,
end
I see
good.
what you're saying. If you have a bag of holding on you, you can't go into a bag of holding yourself.
I mean, you can, but it's not going to end well. Let's just say if you tried that, then we're going to end up probably rolling new characters or severely derailing Dragon's campaign.
Let's not.
Possibility of maybe re-rolling a few characters. I'm sure someone would survive that explosion, hopefully.
Doesn't really do an explosion, just sends it.
Well, you could be sent to another Kaataria and have to find a way to get back. That could be interesting.
That's what I'm saying, because that's the canon thing that happens,
This
is it
is
opens up a portal to different planes. And so everything gets sucked in and kind of strewn everywhere.
Yeah, let's don't do that, though. I don't think anyone likes that idea.
Okay, the majority doesn't like it.
Yeah, I know Titania would go for it in a heartbeat in case she could meet herself in another world.
And she just likes chaos, let's be honest. At this point, it's like canon. She just likes it when stuff goes haywire. It's fun.
Yeah. So, with that all said, Archie's like, so you want to head for this pack and jump off from there to Helga? They may have some information as well that you could use about the place. I'm kind of expecting everyone to talk on this.
I guess I'm not getting it. What was the statement?
Drache is basically asking if y'all want to go ahead and go to pack with Tanya, maybe hopefully get some more information about Helga and jump off from there to enter that city.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'm good with that.
Me too.
The problem is, I still need to see these southern packs as well.
So
part of my journey.
we hit them as we make our way north. Oh, bugger.
Well, you'll be going north from here, and you would only be able to hit one of those packs. This is coming from Drache. Depending on how you would be welcome there, he kind of gives a sideline glance at Bajanka. You might want to just head on to the house and go up there. As I say, timing could be a factor here. Bajanka's like, I don't think we would be prepared for you at this time to come in.
You have to prepare to.
Jobin's kind of giving him a dirty look. It's like, Helen. He's giving a dirty look to Bajanka, who is a male. And he's going to talk to Helen. I think at this moment it'd be better just go on to pack the Tanya. Even though you're to visit all 7 packs or all 9 packs, sometimes I have heard of journeys where a few are not visited just because of stuff. He's kind of at the point that he's like, I'm about ready to punch this guy. And this is probably one of the gentlest Wolfgarians you would ever meet.
Helen nods.
Well, I suggest leaving out in the morning for you all. The house is going to be there to the north. Savanka knows the way. She'll be going with y'all. As I say, Quintet needs something from you, Helen. Unless there's something else we need to share here that we don't know about. I say we just get all our preparations made tonight. Is there any requests or asking of anything that needs to be asked about?
I got nothing.
I have no questions.
Okay.
No questions.
All right.
I think we're good.
All right. Bajanka's like, I will be staying here to help coordinate Wolfgarian defenses as it is. He looks kind of over at Jobin and Lana. If you two wish to head back to get other preparations going, it's of course understood that way. Try and be civil with them, as they are not half-breed, though. One of them's kind of showing interest in someone that he doesn't approve of, but it's what it is right now. He's trying to be civil, it's just not probably coming over that way. Lana is like, I will definitely be going back, and it'll give me some time to be able to spend with someone. Jobin is standing there for a moment thinking, I think it'd be wise for me to head back to Pack Groves and see what we can do on magical defenses. I will talk with our pack, and I'm sure Lana will talk with Pack Lily about that as well. Well, with that said, I think we'll just adjourn, mingle for the rest of the evening, and tomorrow morning y'all can get up and head out. Y'all just get a good night's sleep. I don't think any of you need to worry about patrols, as we do have plenty of people here to handle that now.
Alright.
So with
Well,
that,
lay down, Donald.
with that, Drache kinda says, Luna, One moment. I wish to speak with you.
Uno looks over at him, ears perking.
When you get to Sylvan's Arcana's house, she hopefully will have something for you to be able to speak at least with Gwen. It won't be a full speak with animals ring, but it will at least be able to let you speak with your animal companion.
That's fine. If I can work up to a speak with animals ring, that's lovely. I'm perfectly fine with.
Well, she was trying to do a full speak and it kind of failed on her on the third day. It's the first time she's failed on something like that in quite a while. I've definitely heard about it for a day or so.
Is there anything I could do to assist her?
The way she handles her enchanting, it's best to stay out of her way. Something I learned a lot of years ago. As he's miffed about something that Bajanka said. I don't know if anyone caught that. Hopefully they did. As a party.
Did I catch it?
You already knew.
Or no?
Can I roll perception
Grum.
for the DM to repeat himself?
I think Grom caught it.
Basically, Bajanka talked about Sylvan Zavith. He said her last name. So, of course, Drache's a bit miffed at him. So, I'm sure you all can put two to get finally together, even though Helen probably already knew and didn't even phase her.
Well, when it's appropriate, I'm going to talk to Drache. Okay.
So, after that, he's just like, about at least a ring to talk with.
Stop it! Dog, stop! Dog!
Okay. With
Sorry,
that.
my dog is just. Bo, stop it!
What, did Titania invade Bo's mind?
Yes.
I have a very strong feeling that she did because Bo will not stop. Bo, stop it! You're climbing on the couch!
Okay.
Chris! No!
Yes, you did. Can't take you anywhere.
You've corrupted my dog!
Oh. I don't.
Oh,
I hope
please,
Chris
stop
hasn't
it.
lost his internet again. Okay, so.
What's up? Sorry, my brother came in. I was AFK.
Okay.
My dog has been attacking me on the couch because he really wants pets.
that's Tanya right now. Yeah.
Yep, and I'm just like, Bo, I love you, but no.
Okay, so with that, after that you'll exchange. People are going their different ways. Lana's definitely going off with Grom, depending on what Bastille decides to do here. I know Quintek is going to go up to Helen. It's like, yes, I need the book to find my way to Dorica.
Of course you do.
I did not unmute myself. Hello again.
Okay, so I'll come with you to get it. I'll let you have it back when I'm done. I mean, you are my daughter, so you can help protect it some.
Very well.
Alright.
Grom would gesture for Bastille to follow us as well.
And when you do that, I have to tell Drache one thing. And so I whisper in his ear, I'm like, nod once, if you're married to Sylvan. Not twice, if that is not the case.
He just kind of gives you this look like, but still, I think it would be obvious we would probably be more or less married as, well, as you can see, we're not exactly high elf and high elf. We're high elf and drow / wood elf.
Well, I'm sorry, Master. It's just that I wanted to make sure, since you haven't told us officially, or Sylvan telling me all these years about you, and I had to remember you from a book. So like, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt of having a little bit of privacy and telling you on your own. It's just I kind of figured it out. So and I'm sorry that he kind of, blurted it, but things happen.
Yeah, it does happen. No, I've already been kind of told that one of your party already knew, but I'm not sure who. No, I have my guesses. And you can see his eyes trail off towards where Savanka and Helen and Quintek may be at.
Yep. And so it's probably easy to follow his eyes. Like, yep, that figures. And so I just pat his back lightly and go follow Grom.
So with that,
Ouch.
if no one else wishes to speak with Draje, he's probably going to start conferring with a person that he probably wants to put a dagger in, but has really been resisting the urge to. And Joven some, as Joven's kind of staying there as well. We'll follow Quintet, Sylvanka, and Helen back to where her stuff is. So,
Okay.
yeah, so when you get to where your stuff is, your bag, your books and such, he's kind of like... and Gurish is right there with them as well.
Alright.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll probably be...
Just
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, when we get to this boat, we'll probably go ahead and leave out tonight. I know how Drache is, but I have a feeling either me or Gurish is going to kill a certain Wolfgarian. So, well, we're going to go ahead and leave tonight.
Helen just shakes her head at like, okay. She shakes her head and hands over the book of like, okay, Dad.
Thank you. Good luck on your side, and hopefully we get the answers. I'm going to ask questions too, and I'm going to be a little more direct on some of them. Even though, knowing them, they'll still be as cryptic as ever.
That's how they are.
So Monka's like, in a way, I wish I was going with you, because I might put my rapier in his back tonight.
Helen looks at Savanka and say, I have missed you for a long time, and you want to go and kill someone over me?
That's so romantic.
Someone that's disrespecting.
Helen like gives her like a very like, how dare you look?
Dear, he's disrespecting you in so many ways. I want to gut him. And I mean, the faster I did that, the faster I'd be back to you. With a smirk on her face.
Let the rude be rude.
You just hear your father kind of like laughing, though. You see Gurish has her head kind of cocked like, I'm not sure what all was said, but whatever.
Like, I'm done with this.
She kind of says
Gurish is
something.
like, I'm
She kind of says something, and Orcus, okay, let's go. To Quintet. He's kind of laughing. Well, if it happens he does get gutted up, please give me the details on it, because I might enjoy it. Let's go, Gurish. You kind of see that she's getting your impatient. Obviously, these two are. And with that, whatever Helen and Savanka talk about, well, let that sit for a bit. Because I want to go over to Lana, Bastille, and Grom.
For how short this will be until we go private.
Okay. So, Lana is with Grom. I guess you go back to her where your stuff is. And she sees that Bastille's there. It's like, so, what else is going on? Because I know last time I never got a chance to talk to Bastille about this arrangement, I guess. She has an eye kind of cocked.
Well, I didn't want Titania to do it 'cause she's crazy.
Hey.
Go away, Titania, and your passive perception. But anyway, I didn't want Helen to do it because she gets angry at me too much, and it's very off-putting. Amethyst bothers me too much about fireballs. Luna I just met, and my cats die of human papilloma viruses, so I don't really want to think about that every time. So I kind of wanted to make sure that I could not be caught for a virgin sacrifice. And so Grom agreed, and Grom had every right to not agree. And we kind of felt attached to each other more than I thought. So you can take it from there. I'm telling you the original thing. So
She's like, well, I understand the original thing, but obviously there's more to this now. And she looks over to Grom. Did Fuzzy have to go AFK, or
No, I'm here.
you just trying to think of what to say?
Yeah.
I didn't say everything, but I don't want my audience to go doot doot doot. So
Okay, I just realized that I had artwork in my Discord from someone, so we'll be having a make room here in just a second. I will definitely be getting this up.
you can do that while Grom's gears are thinking.
Yeah, in fact, speaking of who it is,
I know, right? Mm.
yeah. I finally got it done.
So everyone, just fair warning. Sometimes these pictures go way big on our screen, so expect that to happen. As I said, it goes way big.
Whee!
So here we have Grom now pictured from our great old Wolfie artist.
Yeah.
There we go.
And by the way, people, just to make sure, because I'm pretty sure I said human. I mean, cat AIDS. Just call it that. It's a terrible disease. Let's see.
So, great artwork as usual. So we now got our Grom here. So with that, going back to Grom,
Um,
You'll now be arrested by the Lana police.
yeah, things have gotten a bit complicated.
I'm just going to tell you this right now, Lana. I'll do my best to balance both of you. It's going to be extremely hard because the three of us don't see each other. And just know that I would be a terrible person. In fact, I think my alignment would stop being good and I wouldn't have this voice in my head, explains it to her. She doesn't know about it already. If I were to do something to you. And what was I going to say? I have another person named German that I thought that might be dead or evil, and he kind of would be evil. So don't feel bad if you force Grom out of what I'm doing with him and whatever. I biologically cannot be the one to have more health stashes. At least that's what I was told. So that's kind of why I took advantage as well. So when I saw Siri get almost killed in front of my eyes and I felt useless, I kind of freaked out. So it was immature of me in a way. I could say I'm sorry, but I don't know if those words mean anything to you. I'm just trying to protect Grom to the best of my ability for you with my fire magic, so.
make a persuasion roll for me.
Oh, goody.
With advantage, though.
And with this stuff, I've agreed with Dragon to. Anyways, my bad. Okay, that was crap. Oh, regardless, I'm not using a token on it, so yeah.
Well, that 11's definitely good enough, so.
Amazing. I'm so glad that you read books about persuasion with fun relationships, Bastille. You're amazing.
I'm not sure how this will work, but obviously I do understand a little bit about your biology. I don't know how it would work out between us, so it's not unusual in our culture to have more than one mate, per se.
Nope, that's good. And well, I'm just gonna say that I assume that I didn't because of how my character did. It's like, well, it would just make sense anyways from what I've seen when I've been trained with Siri and all that. But I was gonna say, it makes you feel better because you're always gonna be the female of the three of us, a proud, strong female, especially with what happened in the meeting, and I get to be the male that, well, Grom's the man of the house, but I can be the man. So yeah.
Okay. This is definitely going to be a long talk tonight. And probably on the trail to figure this out.
Yep. I'm
And
surprised it even went this long before going into not on stream.
yeah, I think it's going into not on stream part here.
Yep.
Unless Grum wants to add anything before it does that. I'm gonna take that.
Not sure what I could add.
Okay. So that's no longer gonna be there.
Good. All right.
We'll just say this is the way that's gonna be. Any other RPs to happen this night?
I want Luna, and I apologize for the way that I tried to go about flirting. But I do want you to realize that I don't really act upon a lot of my, like, I have no idea how to word this. Holy crap. I'm leaving this mostly in character too, because this is exactly how.
Yeah, this would be exactly what Titania.
Yeah, like I don't know how exactly to phrase it. Like,
So Titania's
I
trying
didn't
to
mean
apologize.
Overstep some bounds earlier when I was trying to flirt with you. I guess would be the best. That's the best wording I can figure out. It's horrible.
Luna looks at her for a moment and says, "Clearly you don't. And it's just been a while for myself. Might as well say that I used to be somebody, but they're gone. And so it is still a wound for me."
Well, and I realize now that I wasn't going about it in the right way. I have a bit of a hard time with proper social interactions. You can ask Wolfie; she'll corroborate that anytime with no questions.
I noticed.
I'm glad they're using, yeah, Wolfie, aka Helen. In other words, Helen.
Oh, Helen, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to get better, and I had a lapse in judgment. I had an overwhelming urge to hug you and give you a kiss because I felt you need it, and I wanted to express how I felt towards you. And I apologize that that went the way that it did.
Luna just takes a breath and says, "You know, even though you are super annoying, I guess you aren't bad." Because you actually know when to apologize and how to apologize.
And then I bring out my my book on giant. You want to go over learning some giant with me?
Sure, and I'll teach you a few phrases in Infernal.
Okay. Uh.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, on that, yeah, let's say,
Development.
yeah, character development here is going on. Some of it though will be happening off stream, but okay, here, on this, as I state, when you're trying to teach someone, it becomes a performance check with Infernal. So, you doing a performance check on the Infernal, Titania has to do an intelligence check to see how much they gain from it.
All right. Roll my good old D20 plus 2.
I think I'm
Ooh, nat 20.
plus 2.
Please roll good.
I think I'm a D20 plus 2.
What's your
No,
performance?
Your performance. What's your performance?
Charisma. What's your charisma?
I don't know, and my
Your performance is +1.
So it's gonna be a D20 plus 1 then, because I just about guarantee preferred skill. Oh.
Can Luna try again?
You know what? After that nice your RP, do it once more. I'm gonna let you have another roll.
Because Luna actually kind of wants to try.
Actually, I'm gonna let this go as I'm looking at a couple things and the way I felt about this RP going on tonight. We're gonna say that's a 10 actually, so I'm gonna let it go. So, though, it seems that you're hesitant in her performance on some of the Infernal. Titania, you are in depth learning what she has done. You definitely gotten some phrases, some very decent phrases. You two can discuss what phrases she actually may taught you in Infernal, but seems this is a way to learn the Infernal is through different phrases, and it's not the typical way you've been learning from the books on this.
Alright.
And as such, if you're both going to try to learn some giant, roll me both an intelligence check, because I don't think either. Well, we know how it's been going for Titania on giant.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. Your intelligence, obviously, some websites are having problems tonight. You have a +2 in intelligence as well, Luna.
Yep, I rolled.
Okay, alright, both about, okay. So, as you go over the giant book a bit, you haven't really learned anything on giant yet, have you, Luna? Do you have that anywhere in your notes? Because I don't see where you've learned anything yet on it.
Me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what I've learned on it at the moment.
So I'm gonna say she hasn't.
I'm going to say you haven't. Just keep a note on this as to how I tell you.
She got the book, but she never used it.
Okay.
Did she get a book?
She has
Yeah,
Bastilles
Ah.
on this. So, with that, You happen to get. You'll be understanding. You're understanding the alphabet and a few words of it now, Luna. You're making more headway, but you're not fluent, Titania. By no means. But you might not make the mistakes in reading lips like you would have from the last time. Okay?
Alright, so know a bit of the language, not fluent, but able to read lips.
Not fluent and yeah, you're basically not fluent, but you can definitely read lips. You can definitely follow a conversation. You're almost getting there with Giant.
Cool.
Wolfgarian, you're still not fluent, and it's not just that you got to get some help from on that. I hope you haven't forgotten that. I have that note here.
Yeah, I have the note. I have no Wolfgarian to an extent, still not fluent, but can read lips and carry out most combos. Getting close, maybe 4 or 5. that's what my note says.
Yeah, there's some something that actually maybe going back to Helen, as Helen did state something about maybe helping you learn that might help you understand why you're not there yet. So with that, on those rolls, unless someone wants to go talk to Drache for any reason, Quintek and Gurish has kind of left. If no other RPs for this night, then it will be a long rest, and you will be getting up in the morning and find out how your trip to Arcanus goes, as I'm calling it a night here. So,
Oh, thank God.
in the morning for our session next week, as it is planned, unless something changes. And I mean, holiday season, we might not have our full group, so I might do something else. Depending, as I say, holiday season, you know how that can go here. I am raising money for St. Jude's this month. Please, if you can, do a donation. Let me check the donation page, as it's hard for me to read that yellow ticker. I mean, it's still in the season. I'm sure something will be coming in. With that, follow Beacon 37 for some good Dark Souls content and other things like Payday 2. Maybe some Killing Floor 2, as me and him, I have gotten that game, so be playing with him some on that. Guild Wars 2, I'm sure he's playing that tomorrow, so I'll probably join in and help him in that some when I get up. Sin of Anubis, lore expert on Guild Wars 2. He's been playing a lot of Fallout 4 as well. So definitely go follow him. As I always say, go check out Gamers Giving Back. We help with a lot of different charities, with cancer. I'll let Beacon say the LB or LGB.
LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Plus. There's a plus in there somewhere nowadays.
Yeah. There's like several letters, and I can't remember them all.
Hi, Mikey. It sounds like my cat is now going to death.
With that, as I say, just check out everything, and as I always say, keep on gaming, and can't wait till next Monday to see what happens in our world of Kaataria.
All right, have a good night.
Good night.
Night, guys.